This is a requested video. So I'm going to show you how to do a finger wound fall with a center pole. This is how I learned. There's a couple of videos on YouTube about it as well. I have some worsted weight, DK weight yarn. I just undid the hank. You can see it's just laying on my counter. Usually I do this in my lap just so it's a little bit easier. Um, excuse me. But I unwind a little bit of it just so I have something to work with in my hand. I hold the end and then I just start wrapping. This is going to be your center pole. Sorry for the focus. And I just wind. And I always make sure this is hanging out. So this is worse, the heavier weight. Usually I use fingering weight, but I have a blanket in mind. So I'm going to use up some of my DK weight. And sometimes it gets stuck like that. Just turn it here and there, change the angle. Come on, let go. Listen, stink pot. This is easier to undo when it's in your lap, too. And sometimes it gets twisted. I do have a ball winder and I have a Swift. The Swift is upstairs. I don't want to go get it. This is just easier for me. It doesn't help that it's catching on my table here. Yeah, I just make sure that's out. Oop. As I just change the angle, keep pulling. I'll go around a couple of times, undo the hank, and then sometimes I'll turn and wind this way. I need a new table. But yeah, it is much easier to do in your lap, or at least for me. But then once you get it a little bit of a ball going, you can just slide it off your fingers. And as long as this is situated properly. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let go. And then just switch this way, go around this way, just so it's kind of even all the way around. And I'm still holding that end. Point to take it off. Make sure this is always hanging out. It's just hanging out. Come on. We're caught. Here we go. And then when I pull it off, I tend to just curl it around my finger and then just start winding again. Making sure this is always kind of up toward the top. I will go around this way. Here's the top where it's coming out. I will wind around this way and then I'll turn it, wind around this way, turn it, wind around this way, just so it's an even size. It's not like flat on this side and flat over here. That way it's actually a ball and not like with the ball winders, you have the flat side here, flat side here. I tend to try and get that as well, just so it's not rolling all over the table because my yarn bowls have disappeared. Um, moving and then just moving stuff around in the house, moving from room to room and kids and dogs and yeah, stuff tends to go poof. Like I said, I just kind of keep it wound a little bit. With the thicker yarn, you can kind of just do a few passes and then just turn it. And that's still coming out of the top. You might end up with a little bit of yarn barf um, once you get a little ways into it, but I usually just kind of pull it open and pull and it comes out. Hope that helps.